Hi folks, welcome to an InkDependence.com brief video review and water drop test. I'm Mike, and this is Akkerman number 10, which has a name I don't know how to pronounce. Ijzer Galnoten, maybe. Here's the thing, these inks are from Netherlands, and I have a buddy who's from Netherlands, and he's agreed to tell me how to say all these things and to translate the names for you. I haven't had a chance to do that yet, so this one I'm just going to kind of guess, but this is an iron gall ink, and from the Ijzer and the Galnoten, I'm guessing this means iron gall ink, but that's just my guess. I have two swatches here, you'll see, and one of them, this one looks much more blue. That's because it's pretty fresh. I'm trying to move it around and catch a little bit of light here, but this is what it looks like when you write down with it to begin with. It's this kind of interesting blue. It's a dusky navy sort of blue, and you can actually see it changing to the gray there. But what you end up with is this weird, like, not weird, that's the wrong name, but sort of a, I don't know, gunmetal gray almost, like a blue gray. It's very, I like it a lot actually, more than I thought I was going to. When I first started writing with it, I started writing with it in this pen, which is new to me. It's a Faber-Castell E-Motion, and it has the same medium nib as in some of my other pens. This one feels a little bit more, a little bit drier maybe, but since this is a new ink, I want to try in some other things, so I also tried it in this pen, which is an old favorite of mine. This is my Franklin Christoph 27 Collegia. Has a broad stub nib. And also in this pen, which you've seen a couple of times, which is the Levenger L-Tech with a broad nib. So I tried it in all of these, and I performed super well in all of them. I've only written a little bit with the L-Tech on this. This is done with the broad stub just because, you know, I don't know, room, and the fact that they're close enough, I think, to being the same. So, pardon the ragged breathing, I've had a cold for like a week now, and it's kind of rough, but I can at least talk now without going into coughing fits, so I decided to go ahead and do the video. It's been too long since I've been on the blog. As I say here, it's very controlled, but it's not exactly dry. It's definitely not a wet ink. If you have a wet nib that needs to be tamed, this is a good ink for that, I think. It works very well in all the pens I've tried it in, but it doesn't go out of control ever. Bleed, feather, and spread, none. So, man, pardon me. That's the cough I've been dealing with. As you can see here, it's been on here long enough to have turned into that gray color, but you see no feathering, no spreading. And on the back, you can see it through the paper, but only because the paper is kind of thin. This is 20-pound Staples paper. It's nothing special. But there is not a single spot of bleed through on this that I can find. So, this is a very, very good ink for that. And as an iron gall, I actually expect it to have some waterproofness. I don't know that for sure, but that's what I expect. Shading and sheen, there's none on this. This is a bit matte, perhaps. So if you like that in an ink, this is good for you. So it's a dusky blue, turns into sort of a steel gray. And here it is compared to some other inks. Let me zoom in just a little bit more. Nope, that's as much as I can zoom in. So this is an older scribble. This is a newer scribble. I did this about, I don't know, 5 minutes ago or so, and you can see it's already starting to change a bit. It takes, I don't know, a little while for it to change over to that gray. It'll be blue for a bit. Down at the bottom, you see another iron gall ink. This is R&K Salix, which, where's my pen? Oh shucks, it must be in the other room. Which is one of my other favorite blues that, actually, I only use this in my vanishing point because it's the only one that makes my vanishing point usable. I don't like that nib except with this ink, and it's great. But Salix is fantastic. Although I don't think I've done it on the blog yet. I just got this Mont Blanc Golden Yellow, which is much better than I thought it was going to be. I got to talk about that soon. And then a few other sort of old standbys. Majestic Blue, which I just got because I need to compare it to some other blues that I've put up recently, people tell me. So I got some. Delta's Brown, which is a very nice nutty brown. So there's a few things to compare it to there. But this is a, you know, sort of a dusky blue that turns into a gray, which is neat. It's color changing ink. Good old iron gall. By the way, don't be scared of modern iron galls. I know a lot of people are kind of hesitant to put them in pens because old iron galls used to be very acidic because of the gall that is an acid. But don't worry, this ink is pretty safe from what I've heard, and I've never had a problem with an iron gall ink. They're not eating my nibs, they're not eating my feeds. Of course, I've only got them in modern pens, so be careful with your antiques and such. But let's go ahead and put this down there. And yeah, as suspected, man, nothing has so much as twitched. I'll give it a few more seconds here, just to see if I can get it to move any ink, but I'm really expecting it not to. Oops. Alright, did I make a mess? No. Yeah, look at that, nothing. A little bit of blue maybe came off on my little Kleenex here, but yeah, nothing has moved on that page. That is pretty awesome. I guess there's a little bit of a smear right here, maybe right there, but that's kind of it. Nothing really moved on there. So that's impressive performance from this ink. So this one I definitely think belongs on your ink to-do list. This is Akkerman number 10. It's an iron gall. You can find this pretty much in the US only at Anderson Pens. I will have a link for you. They can't sell these openly online, but I found links for them, and you can order them by phone or through the link that I'll provide there. You can find those bottles and such. I don't believe they... Yeah, I guess they do have samples. So make sure that you take note of this one if you want one that's going to work really well on kind of crappy paper. In fact, I haven't found a paper that this bleeds through. I've even used it on like some terrible hotel stationery type paper, and it looks just fine. No bleed through at all. So super well behaved, very interesting color. Not a huge standout. It's not going to get a lot of oohs and ahs at the office, but it's also not going to get a, hey, what the heck is this guy writing with bright green for? So don't worry about that. This is a very kind of understated ink that just happens to perform super well. So there you go. This is Akkerman number 10. I'm Mike. This is Ink Dependence, and if you like what's going on here at the blog, please make sure you go over to www.patreon.com to find out how you can help support the blog through cash money donations. That will help keep the blog going, help me get new stuff to show you, and thanks very much to the Andersons for providing this ink sample for me. Here's the ink sample bottle. Comes in. You can see I've used quite a bit of this. Well, actually, you can't really see through it very well in this light. I've used a lot of this ink, actually. This might be one that I actually have to get a bottle of. I've used several of these Akkerman inks now, and I like every one of them so far. So if you got some extra disposable income, throw them at some Akkerman inks. They're very cool. All right, that's it. Peace out, y'all. I got to rest my voice. Bye.